Hey everyone, Mo here. I wanted to record this quick video since I received too many questions about what you're seeing on the screen. So mainly the questions are, how much do I need to spend before I kill my ads? What is a good CPA, CPS to aim for when selling physical products? And how do I scale my ads? So what I'm going to do is actually answer these questions real quick. So before I answer the first question, I just wanted to answer the second one because it will make more sense to answer that than go back to the first question. So the second question was, what is a good CPA, CPS to aim for? So the answer is what everyone hates is it depends. It depends on your numbers. So you need to know your numbers. You need to know a couple of metrics in your business. Well, you need actually to know all your metrics. But when it comes to ads, what I believe in is there are a couple of metrics that are kind of like mandatory for you to run your ads. So you have your average order value, you have the average net per order or transaction, and you have your customer live value. So the average order value is basically how much each customer is buying from your website. So it's pretty much is how much sales you're making. You divide that by the number of transaction, and you have your average order value. So if you sold today for $1,000 and you have like 20 sales, you do $1,000 divided by 20 sales, and that's like $50 average order value. So now on that $50, you need to know your net per order. So on the $50, obviously you're selling physical products, so you have your cost of goods to take out of that. You have your merchant account fees, which everyone seems to forget, and it's like around 3% if you're using PayPal or Shopify payments or whatever you're using. And you have any other costs pretty much that you kind of have to add into that. So basically you want everything subtracted from the AOV, from the average order value before ads. So when I do my average net per order, it's everything out besides ads. So let's say I'm doing $50 AOV, $50 average order value, and with my cost of goods, my merchant account, and all the costs included, I'm left with, let's say, I don't know, $20 net. So $30 is my cost per order. So now I have that $20 net, which we gonna use that to answer question one. But also, you have your customer lifetime value. Now, a lot of you are mainly like starting, and probably most of you don't even know what your customer lifetime value is because you're not mailing regularly. You don't have like a subscription model. You don't have a continuity in your business. You're pretty much running e-commerce on a direct response basis. So it's a little bit harder to know your customer lifetime value. But if you do know it will make your life a lot easier, because if you do know that a customer is worth to you at the end of the year like $150 to $200 instead of that $50 on the first transaction, you can spend more on ads to acquire that customer. So based on that logic, we are going to answer the question number one, which is how much I'm spending before I kill my ads. So two things you need to look at before you kind of kill your ad. And just to make this clear, everyone is trying like to know when to kill the ad. No one is asking how long do I wait or how much do I spend before I scale my ad. So there are a lot of mindset here that you guys need to kind of work on, because when you are spending, like when you are giving Facebook money, you're not literally spending, you're buying data. So that data is worth too much to you. It's probably worth more than what you're paying Facebook for. So when you spend money and the ad set doesn't work, or the ad or the campaign is not working, you are buying data. You're not just losing money. It's an investment towards your business and towards your data, and that is like, it's a very valuable information for your business in the long run. Now, to answer the question, and I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear this. So what I do is when I start my ad sets, assuming that, let's say, I don't know what my customer lifetime value is. I just know like the first transaction I'm making $20, everything included, like $20 net before the ads. So I have $20, right? If I make one transaction on my store and I know it's worth $20 to me net. So how much am I willing to give Facebook to make $20 net? Am I willing to give Facebook $5, $10, $15, $18? So it all at that point depends on you and how you want to run your business. Do you want to like run it, you spend $10 to make 20 net? and you do like 100 sales per day, or do you want to make like spend, I don't know, 17 $18, make $2 3 net on your transaction and make like 1,000 sales per day? So it's literally up to you what you want to do. And again, these numbers are just, I made these numbers right now. So the $2 and a $50 transaction probably is not the best example, but I hope you get the idea. So basically, you take your net and you kind of look at your business and where you want to take your business, and you think about how much you are willing to invest to make that net income. What ROI you want to run your business on, what kind of volume, what kind of operations you have in the back end, so your system support volume or not. And that's another story for another day, because operation is really like something that us marketers, we don't talk about very much in the e-commerce, but it may, like, it will make or break your business. So back to this question number one. So basically, let's again assume you have $20 net. So what I do is I will break that $20, like I will spend 3 to 4 times my net. So if I'm making $20 net, I will probably spend between $60 and $80 on that particular ad set or campaign or whatever I'm testing to see what's working. Now the $80, I'm not going to spend that on one day, because that will be just stupid, because I know for a fact that Facebook takes between 48 and 72 hours to optimize for whatever ad set you're doing. So I would take that $80 and I would I would break it in 3-4 days. So 3-4 days before I kill my ads, 2 to 3 technically, but I usually go 3 to 4. So my $80 will be like probably $15-20 per day per ad set, and I just let it run and see what happens. Now, some ad sets will not work, and some will work, and some will break even, some will make you money, and some you are like, what the hell is going on? So before you stop your ads, before you kill your ads, or anyone for that matter, just analyze what is happening. So I'm going to talk about how to analyze your ads and how to set up your reports, like to make your life easier, in the bonus slide. So mainly, to answer your question, you need to wait for the Facebook ads 3-4 days, and you spend kind of like between 3 to 4 times your net transaction. And this goes like for lead gen, for CPA offer, affiliate offers, and so on. Like how much you're making, multiply that by 3-4 times, and that's what you kind of need to spend to make to kind of kill or scale your ads. Now, how do I scale my ads? So if you are new, if your pixel is new, it's a little bit harder to scale. But if your pixel like has a lot of fires and everything is going on like for some times, so how I scale is with different ads objectives. So mainly I run WCs for purchases and add to carts. Mainly, well, it's like 70% probably purchases and 30% add to carts. And you want to run different ads objectives. The reason is, for some unknown reasons, the Facebook gods decided that sometimes PPE works than like website conversions. Don't ask me why, it just works that way. I don't know why. So what I do is, when I know a product is selling, so I know the product is not the issue, I know the targeting is not the issue, then I start playing with seeing what Facebook wants. So treat Facebook like a beast and give the beast, like feed that beast. So if Facebook wants PPE at that particular period of time, I will run PPE, I will run CTW if they want that. And most cases I run them all at the same time and just see what kind of convert for me. But I can tell you, like, WCs are what I run the most. So that's easier to scale budget-wise, and to scale out and to scale up. So you increase your budget and you scale with different ad sets, targeting different things and targeting different placements. Also, you can scale with events on the WC. So now with the new Pixel, you have multiple events. So for e-commerce, mainly we have initialized Pixel, we have page view, we have view content, we have add to cart, and we have purchase. So you have pretty much like 4 events that you can scale on. So when an ad is working, when an ad set is working, I literally duplicate that ad set and I change the event. So the same targeting, same ad set, same everything, it's running to 4 different events. Now, sometimes 2 of them will work, sometimes 4 of them will work, sometimes only the original one will work, but it's something worth a test. So I just run it like at $5-10 a day and see what happens. Also, my favorite way to scale is lookalike audiences based on everything. And when I say based on everything, so again, you have your view content, your add to cart, your purchases that you can create lookalike audiences based on. You have your fan page, you have the friends of the fan page, like friends of people who like your fan page. You have your email lists, You have your kind of like your website visitors, which is kind of like page view content. You can create lookalike audiences based on people who view something and did not buy, like who view, let's say you're selling, I don't know, you're selling a mug, and that particular mug, like you do view content and you add the ID parameter in there, so you have like that ID there, and you add it, so you have a custom audience based off people who saw the black mug, and then you create a custom audience based on that, and then you take that custom audience and you create a lookalike audience based on that. If you guys have any concerns on that, like shoot me a message and I will probably record a video on how to create that. Also, you have, as I said, like the different type of posts. So when we say like website conversion, you can run or like website conversion either with photo posts, link posts, or video posts. Now, photo post is what people call WC/PPE, which doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. It's just a WC with photo post. So please stop calling it that. So it's mainly a photo post. It's either 1,000 per 1,000 or 1,200 by 1,200. And we just put like the description. It's kind of like what people are used to in the t-shirt space. It's a PPE, but it's not. It's just a photo post, and the campaign objective is WC. And also you have the link post, which is 1,200 by 628. And then you have the video post where you can run it like a regular video, or you can run it as 640 by 640, which is like a square video, which will look awesome on your mobile. So mainly those are a couple of ways to scale. There are more ways that I'm not going to touch on this video, but this is more than enough for you like to scale your ads. Now, the bonus that I talked about, like you have to set up your like your reports in a certain way to make your life easier, to look at your number faster, because you will have like loads of ad sets running at some point, and you need to see your data in a certain way to make your life a lot easier. So what I start with is, what you can see here is the reach. So how many people my ad reach, the frequency, because there is something called banner blindness. So you want to like to reach 2.5 probably frequency. Like once you are at that point, you know, people, like you will realize people are not clicking anymore, your CPMs are higher because people stop engaging with your ads, etc, etc, etc. So keep that thing low. The CPM, which is pretty much how much you're paying to reach 1,000 viewers on Facebook. Your CPC, and this is the CPC link. It's not just CPC. When you set up your reports, there is something called CPC link. This is CPC link. So how much you're paying per link click. And this is important, especially if you're running photo posts ads, whether it's WC or CTW. Well, you can set up CTW photo posts now unless you're using Quaya, but you can do that. You cannot do that on Power Editor anymore. So what you want is CPC link, just to know how much you are paying per link click. The CTR, again, is the CTR for the link, not just the CTR, not people who like, share, and comment on your post, not engager. You want clickers. You want to know the CTR of your clickers. Then we go think now from this point, think of your Facebook pixel as a funnel. So you want to see your view content, then your add to cart, then your purchase. So people go to your website, they see the content, so that's where your view content fires. Then they click add to cart, that's where your add to cart fires, and then they purchase or not. So view content, cost per view content. So I see how many people view my content and how much each of these cost me, and then I see my add to cart numbers, how many people added to cart, and then my cost per add to cart. And this is the add to cart value. Is just for me, I like to see how much money was added to cart on that particular day according to Facebook. Again, not everything fires on Facebook, but it's as accurate as it gets. And then here we have the number of purchases, the cost per purchase. So the cost per purchase, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And here the purchase value. And then we have the amount spent, like lifetime or whatever time period you're setting that up. And you have the budget, just to show, like to see how much you're spending daily. Now, your cost per purchase. And here is the mistake that people make. So let's say you have like your cost per purchase is like $4, and you see you spent like, I don't know, here you spent like $200 to make $400, and people will get excited. Oh my God, they spent $200 to make $400. What people forget to do is add your cost of goods, add your merchant account fees and all your costs into that. So it's great and all to make like $400 and $200 spent, but if you add all your costs into that, you kind of are left with nothing, literally, when you're on e-commerce. But what you need to do is you need to know your numbers. So if you know your net, if you know your average order value, if you know how much your like its transaction is costing you, like as a cost of goods, and the merchant account fees and all these kind of fees that we are paying, so it will be easier for you to kind of like make a more educated decision on your ads, whether you scale, whether you leave it as it is, or you just kill the ad. So an Excel sheet literally will solve that problem for you. I don't have the Excel handy right now because I just want to make this video on the fly here. It wasn't like organized, and as you can tell, but that's mainly it. So the big takeaway I think from this video is pretty much knowing your numbers, which is like super important. And when it comes to scaling, like, don't be afraid to spend money, because you are not spending money, you are investing money. So whatever that came out from that thing, like from that transaction that you will do on Facebook, you are either going away with more money or going away with data. So in any case, you're not losing money. So again, it's a mindset thing. Just work on that, because you are not losing money when you are buying media. You are just collecting data. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any questions, guys, here's where you can contact me. That's my Facebook, my YouTube channel, my email. Always listen to Mo, the hashtag, always, it's in your best interest. And guys, again, if you have any questions, just hit me up, either Facebook, email, or YouTube, and I will try to answer them as fast as I can. And if you enjoy this kind of video, let me know, and I will try to record some more. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Cheers.